STEM Champs, I'm AJ and welcome back to Bright STEM Champs. In our last lesson we learned about variables. A variable helps Python store information. Today we will learn about inputs. Store input in a variable. Use input with print, number input with integer and float. So what is input? In Python, input lets the user type an answer. That means your program can talk to the person using it. If we want to ask a question, that is where input comes in. Let's see how it works in VS Code. Open VS Code. Open File, My First Code. Then type input. What is your name? Now run the code. Python asks, what is your name? Now you can type your name and press enter. Great job. But there is one problem. Python asked the question, but it did not remember your answer yet. To remember the answer, we need to store it in a variable. Now let's learn how to store input in a variable. Let's create a variable called name. Type this. Name equals input. What is your name? This line does three things. First, Python asks the question, what is your name? Second, the user types an answer. Third, Python stores the answer in a variable called name. So run the code. So if I type AJ, Python stores AJ inside the variable name. Remember, a variable is like a labeled box. The variable name is the label. The user answer is what goes inside the box. Now we will learn how to use input with print. Now let's use the answer. Type name equals input, what is your name? Print hello, don't forget the space, name. Now run the program. Python asks, what is your name? If you type AJ, Python shows, hello AJ. Awesome. Now Python is using your answer. Let's try another example. Animal equals input. What is your favorite animal? Print your favorite animal is a plus animal. Remember, I put the space after the A. Now run the code. If you type tiger, Python shows your favorite animal is a tiger. Great work. Now your program can ask questions, remember answers, and use those answers. Part 4. Number input with integer. Now let's try input with numbers and floats. Type this. Age equals input. How old are you? Print age. Now run the code. If you type 8, Python shows 8. That looks correct, but here's the important part. When we use input, Python treats the answer like text, even if we type a number. So if we want Python to do math, we need to change the input into a number. For whole numbers, we use int, which int means integer. An integer is a whole number like 5, 8, 10, and 25. Now type this. Age equals int of input. How old are you? Now print age plus 1. Now run it. If you type 8, Python shows 9. Why? Because Python changed the answer into a whole number. Then Python added 1. So this program tells your age next year. Now let's learn about float. A float is a decimal number. Examples of floats are 2.5, 4.5, and 10.75. We use float when the user might type a decimal number. For example, let's ask for height. Type this. Height equals input float. Input how tall are you in feet? Print height. Now run the code. If you type 4.5, Python shows 4.5. Now Python understands the answer as a decimal number. Let's do math with it. Height equals float. How tall are you in feet? Print a new height. New height equals height plus 0.5. Print after growing half a foot, your height would be print new height. Now run the code. If you type 4.5, Python shows after growing half a foot, your height would be 5.0. Great job. Use int for whole numbers. Use float for decimal numbers. Today we learned 4 important things. First, input asks the user a question. Input, what is your name? Number 2, input should be stored in a variable. Name equals input, what is your name? Number 3, we can use input with print. Print hello plus name. 4, we use int and float for number input. Age equals int, input, how old are you? Height equals float, input, how tall are you? Great job, STEM champs. In the next lesson, we will learn how to do debugging with stack traces. I am AJ, and this is Bright STEM Champs.